Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Hearts of Iron 4 video. Today is yet another special one as today is another trip to the suggestor-requestor. And for today's suggestor-requestor we have one from Bassboosted who asked us to do Germany but Reventflow. And I'm gonna be honest, when I got the request I said sure, but I had no bloody clue what he was on about. Huh? I did a little bit of digging and I found like the Red Flood wiki, and apparently Reventflow is like a leader or something in the German nation, and you know what, we're gonna try and go for it. I've watched a video that briefly explained it, so we're just gonna jump in and try and get it done. Thank you once again to Bassboosted for the request, but without further ado, let's jump in as the German Socialist Rat-Republik led by Paul Levi. Okay, so starting off, okay, before we even begin, if I'm looking at leaders and I'm looking at parties, from what I read on the wiki, I need to try and get these guys in charge. I need to try and get the KDB in charge, and I need to try and align myself with nationalists. That's all I read, that's all I understand. Looking at my focus tree, it starts out pretty strong. You know, we've got our navy tree, our air tree, a couple of industry, army tree and such. We have our expansion tree by the looks of it. Yeah, that seems to be the case. And then we've got our industry, which is pretty damn nice. But all of them are locked behind. We have to start with order of the day. So let's get started. Now, I am going to be honest, I'm not entirely sure as to what to expect with this playthrough, especially since I know Red Flood can get a little bit wacky. And I looked at the KDP leaders and it's Joseph Goebbels or Vladimir Lenin. Like, it can either go one way or the other. Given that we're going towards the, you know, the whole nationalist side, I think they're trying to get Goebbels in charge. I don't know which way this is going to go. I'm just a little bit scared because, again, I know Red Flood can get a little bit crazy at the best of times. And we've encountered our first important decision, a new KDP chairman. Let's have a look. We have Comrade Karl Radek. This might lead to the KDP or KPD succeeding. This might lead to the DSRP succeeding. Or we go Comrade Heinrich Brandler, sorry, that'll give SPD or ASPD. Now, I think I have to go this one, KPD, if I remember correctly. I just clicked it. Yes. KPD, and then that should help me go down the path needed to go down the Reventflow. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing. I watched like a 2-minute video online, and that's my whole pathway to success. Okay, so it seems like I've got myself another event here, and I'm not entirely sure what it does. Changing of the Red Guard. It looks to be choosing a chairman who's going to be in charge of the KDP, right? So I can basically just choose, like Herbert Fromm, who's a socialist youth leader, who will give us 20% product efficiency. Bertold Brecht, which will give us construction speed, becomes the leader of the populist socialist, functionary political power. I think I'm going to do Anna Seegers, just because she gives me the division defense, and I don't know if anyone's going to attack me because it's been a long time since I've played Red Flood. It doesn't seem to be an option to choose Reventflow just yet, so I don't think it matters too much. So we're going to go with Anna Seegers, and hopefully, and again, hopefully we can get the leader soon enough. Oh, here we go. Yes, amazing. The old and young Germans. Okay, so I don't know what I've done, but I think I've managed to trigger it. I have Goebbels for Greater Germany or Reventflow for Greater Germania. And I'm going to go for Reventflow since that's what was requested of me. And do I have Reventflow as a leader? I do not. We are still SPD though. It seems, there we go. Look at that. We have, as the KPD leader, we have Ernst Reventflow and Karl Radek. I don't know how I'm supposed to get Reventflow unless it's just a shared leadership. In that case, sure, that's fine. I've got no problem with that. Wiltenbrand, the KPD. We now have the KPD in charge, and I have Karl Radek. Cool. But how do I get Reventflow? Because Reventflow just disappeared. Okay, and thanks to our new leadership, we now have a new focus tree. Most of it, like all of it, is exactly the same, except for this one here. This is all 100% new. Reminisce in Berlin I've just done, so it opens up this for me, the new economic plan, which I love the sound of. But we also have, let's have a look, political power, consumer goods output, factories. Oh, that's not too good, but it's only a temporary debuff. That's fine. Stability, political power, population, war support. Okay. Popular, okay, this is all good. This focus tree mainly seems to be war support, factories, and political power, and mostly, and population as well. Okay, that's fine. That's awesome. We'll get down that. I'm going to speed run this tree, and then maybe do this. I don't know. I want to wait and see because I don't know how to get Reventflow in charge. I've got the right party, but I got Radek. How do I get rid of Radek? I don't know. So I've been patiently sitting here, right, trying to go down my focus tree. As you can see, I've just started a along here, and I have a very important decision to make, which I was literally about to start filming, and then this happened. France at war again. The French have come for me, and I'm not entirely sure if I am ready to deal with them. I feel like I might be a little bit out of hand here. Oh dear. Now, regardless of our current, war status, I do have a decision to make, and it's the pan-German thesis or the prison house thesis. And I've got the option to go found the VCNO, endorse Yugoslavia, etc., etc. But then I have this, and it's utilized nationalists. And if I remember correctly, it said to get the Reventflow, I need to go KDP or KPD and then nationalist. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go for the pan-German thesis, which should add Switzerland and Austria as a core. And I also get a claim. Now, I'm hoping it doesn't start a war with them, because I'm really not ready to handle that and the French all at the same time. That's a little bit too much, I'm going to be honest. Oh, wow, this is new. I don't remember this. America has just basically turned into a jigsaw puzzle. I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, I want to see who the leaders are. New England, Lovecraft, that's always comforting. Okay. New York is led by Dwyer. Okay. Oh, I know who that person is. That's a very famous general, isn't it? New Mexican Colorado Emergency Government led by Omar Bradley. The Navajo led by Chi Dodge. I also thought they've got like this, just a random German guy. Oh! Smedley Butler. That's another request we have on the channel. Now I know what they meant by Smedley Butler. Okay, right. So the Butler clique led by Smedley. Cool. Okay, I understand now. I am no longer clueless. Okay, so now after waiting a really long time, we're now in 1941, and I've managed to push the French back until here. I am trying to reinforce my forts to make them all 10 stacks. But I think I might try and take the chance to go for France, because they're now only showing, 17, 11. They're only showing 28 divisions here on the border. That was a lot higher before. And I think it's because they've decided to go to war with the UK as well. So I'm very much considering taking my chances and going for it. I don't know. I have been pretty cautious about the fact as well, because obviously the French do very much control the skies. I figured, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. I figured, what's the worst that can happen? Yeah, I'm just going to send it. I'm going to full send. I don't have enough space at this airfield though, so I am going to take one of you guys. Let's go you. And you can come down here. Fantastic. Have some fun. Right, without further ado, let's send the lads in. And is it our lucky day? It's definitely looking like a lucky day. Oh, I will take that as a win. Okay, fantastic. It seems like reinforcing my divisions definitely did me good. I am struggling to catch up with my anti-air at least, but the base division units were good. They're small, they're compact, but against the French, they stood no chance. So I made them just a little bit bigger, and it seems to be serving me quite well. Yeah, I definitely feel like this is game, set, match for the French. Once the French crumble, I've only got one target left, and that's the Italians. And after I've dealt with the Italians, then I've got my claims on Austria, so I can possibly make fun of that. We'll just have to see. Right, I'll see you when France crumbles, and hopefully we can take the fight to the Italians straight after. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a development. We've managed to push the French in. They're starting to break. The Dutch are pushing in the north. We have the Brits landing over here. But the Yugos asked to join our faction, and I said yes. And thanks to that, we've managed to weasel our way around. And as you can see, we are now pushing down into mainland Italy, walking through the streets of Anzio. Hopefully the Italians will cap real Reiki Tick, and then once that's done, I can refocus all my efforts down here to France, or as they've re-identified to as l'État Iril. I probably said that really wrong. And just like that, the Italians are no more. Australia took the south, and all of our land we took, we handed it over to the Yugos, which is quite nice, because that means we don't have to fund the garrison. What a relief. Thank you, Yugoslavia. I'm going to go ahead and try and make a rush to Marseille, although I'm a little bit concerned because it said they just declared war on someone. Who'd they go for? Albania. Are they part of a faction? No. That's fine. Treat yourself, Lubo. Treat yourself. I will tell you this, though. There's one thing I've learned that has, really educated me on why France has been handing my ass to me. And it is literally this. If I just click on here. Yeah, 1,000 against nearly 3,000. And I am struggling to keep up with production. No wonder I am losing. It's not just fuel reserves that I'm fighting against. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dude. No, that's one big pocket. I've managed to cut them off at Montpellier. And I'm literally just about to take Bordeaux. Come on. There we go. Taking the port. That is a really nice pocket. Okay, cool. Now I can just focus on cleaning up and take out Marseille, and I think that should be the French, I imagine. And then that's game, set, match. Yep, game, set, match. And just like that, the French have crumbled. I don't think I've got player led on. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I've got player led on, so I'm going to have to fight it out with the Brits and the Yugos to try and get myself some nice territory. Hopefully I can come out with this with luck, and then after this, I've got to try and clean up the Austrians and the Swiss. And there is our peace treaty. Treaty of Les Salelles. We have walked away with most of France. The Brits got Normandy back. This monstrosity happened. I took as much as Italy as I can. The Yugos tried getting a chunk, and I managed to puppet the Italians Italians, and we now have them renamed as the Proletarian Republic in the Mediterranean, led by Amadeo Bordiga. This guy looks weird. I don't know. This dude's probably got the squarest head I've ever seen. And there we go. Just acting on our core that we have, I just went ahead and decided to declare war. I have aircraft up and surrounding around. The Swiss have already collapsed. That's absolutely magic. That's magic to my ears. Fan dabby dozy. Also, I've just discovered I can't control Bolzano because the Brits own it for whatever reason. And just like that, Austria is all wrapped up. Treaty of Vienne, Red Germany has triumphed over Austria. Indeed we have. And with that, we are completely claimed out. I've got no claims left to expand. Russia is doing its own thing against Poland. Poland's kind of dominating Russia at the moment, so rip Pavel. But I think I've maxed out my tree. I think I've completed my tree. Like normally Red Flood will be like, oh, okay, you've completed your tree. Have a new one. And yeah, that's not happened just yet. I'm going to go off camera and complete my last two parts, which is the aircraft and the navy. And hopefully I can get some good news back. If not, then I'll probably have to call it there. But this has been a fun playthrough. I didn't get the leader that you guys were wanting. I do apologize for that. I did everything that I saw online, and apparently we're just going to have to settle for Radek. We're not getting the other option that we were aiming for. So this is the closest I've been able to get. Please forgive me. Okay, so we've made it all the way to 44. Now about to hop into 45 in a couple of months, and there's been no changes at all, guys. I've been doing loads of like construction work. I've completed every single focus. I'm working my way through the research. There is nothing left for me to do. I have maxed out Germany. I have two things, like small things left, and it's liberating the Italians and liberating the French, which is kind of linked into our tree. So just for the sake of saying I'm going to complete something, I'm going to do it like so. Yep, we're going to go for Pierre. Nice. Okay. In 21 days, they're going to be liberated, but all that means is that they're going to become puppets with leaders I've installed. Literally nothing else. Oh, and return the land of Sweden. There we go. Return all the land to them. I gave them back Gotland. Cool. Done. Job done. So that being the case, this has been your suggestor-requestor. Unfortunately, we didn't get Reventflow into the or Reventflow as the leader of the KPD. I only could get Karl Radek. This is the closest I could get, unfortunately. But I do hope you guys understand. I tried my best. I tried my best to follow the path, and this is where we got left. A very, very successful playthrough as well, might I say. Just not in the way that I wanted it to be. We walked away with a good chunk of Europe, and quite successfully, we dominated all of our enemies, which is, you know, that normally touts as #1 on the to-do list. But with our French Popular Republic and our Italian Republic down here led by allies, I feel like this is where I'm going to end today's video. So thank you very much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, don't forget to, of course, click the like button and or subscribe, and share me with friends to help grow for the channel. Also, be sure to let me know in the comments down below what you guys would like to see next. Till then, thank you very much for watching, guys. All the love, all the best, and I'll see you real soon. Ta-da!